Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Healthy Tales with Dale. Alright, and today we're going to change it up, and instead of talking about getting rid of or reducing your pain, we're going to talk about some weight loss. Alright, so when it comes to your weight loss, we're just going to give you a couple of tips and break up some misconceptions, right? And the first one is that cardio is your best friend when it comes to losing weight. No, it isn't. Resistance training is your best friend when it comes to losing weight. We can put some cardio in there with it. But if you're not lifting some weights and we're not building a little bit of muscle, let's explain how this works a little bit. All right? When you build some muscle, right, and I'm not talking about looking like some female or male bodybuilder. I'm talking about the more muscle mass that we have, if we build a little bit of muscle, right, that muscle requires more energy to function throughout the day than if we don't have it, right? Because it requires more for maintenance, to maintain, to be able to perform at a higher level now that we're building it up. Anyways, how is it going to do that? It's going to use more of the calories that you're consuming during the day, right, and eventually start breaking down fat that you have to use as energy. So, let's hit some weights, right? Let's pick up some weights. We don't need to necessarily be deadlifting 400 pounds or, back squatting double body weight to be healthy, but hit some weights. Do some resistance training, all right? Cardio is great. I'm a runner. I love to run. It's good for my head and obviously my heart. But you're going to burn calories for a much longer extended period of time after your workout doing resistance training than you are doing cardio. Okay? And if you're worried about getting bulky, one, the science just doesn't support that. You literally have to train to gain that way, to gain muscle that way. And if you're thinking about like bodybuilders, then they're freaks, right? You aren't spending 6 hours a day in the gym to look like a female figure competitor or eating the way that they do. Let's be honest. So, hit some weights. The next thing that we're going to talk about when it comes to losing weight is kind of some behavioral stuff, right? So there's a lot of people who think that the hardest thing is just showing up. And I'm tired of hearing this. The hardest thing is not walking in the door, okay? The hardest thing is showing up day after day and keeping yourself accountable, keeping yourself motivated, and being patient, right? Because everyone wants results right now. And I know I just wrote a blog post about this, but it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. You are going to have great changes in your first potential 2 weeks to 90 days, right? There's a reason why all these TV things, Tony Horton, right, first 90 days, great results, blah, blah, blah. And that's because that's when you're going to see your greatest initial gains, right? However, right, you're probably not going to hit your first set of goals if you've got 50 pounds to lose in your first 3 months, okay? One, it's unhealthy, right? Two, it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work like that, okay? I mean, it's possible for you to lose 50 pounds in 3 months, but it's probably not going to stay off, right? Or we're talking about feeling like crap the entire time, doing potential damage to our kidneys, potential damage to our liver, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And it's about doing it the right way and doing it healthily so it stays off and you create new behavioral changes in your life so that you stay healthy, okay? So when it comes to doing these things, you need to find a way to motivate yourself, right? Because even if you're paying for a coach, even if you're showing up to the gym and I'm helping you, I can help you get motivated. I can't get you in the door every day, though. I mean, I could after day one, and I actually find that I help out with that a lot. And a coach should be able to help out with that. But you need to be able to show up on the days that you don't want to and say, you know what, this is for my benefit, and I'm going to do it anyways, right? Same thing with your nutrition, right? You need to be accountable for yourself, because I'd love to be able to follow you home and smack, mooncakes and Twinkies out of your hands, right? Or, grains and all this other stuff that I would tell you that we need to cut out at first, right? And then we can kind of test later on whether or not it's going to help you. But you need to be accountable for yourself, right? You can't just call me and say, hey, this is what I plan on eating right now, or I'm hungry 7 times a day, and be like, what should I do? Be accountable for yourself. Get educated a little bit, right? A great source for that, bam, a great place to start. Wired to Eat by Rob Wolf, right? Pretty cool. This is like a signed copy. He's a friend of ours here at the gym. But what's so great about this book is it's going to teach you how to kind of like zero out, right? How to undo the majority of the negative things you've done to your body nutritionally, and then how to test individual stimulus or individual things and see whether or not they're benefiting you and how you can move forward from there, right? So, sorry, that was Chan over there. Anyways, get educated. Find a way to be accountable for yourself. And then lastly is be patient, okay? Eating clean for 2 weeks and expecting 10 pounds of weight loss because it's the new year and there's a party coming up or something like that is not... no. Please, for the love of God, no. Right? Coming into the gym 2 weeks before the first week of July, when you're really... or before the school gets out and you're getting ready for beach season, is not the time to come in and say, hey, I've got 20 pounds to lose before the Tahoe party in like 9 days. Sorry, right? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and we say that the second best time to plant a tree is today. However, that tree needs time to grow, right? You need to be patient, you need to be willing to wait, and then guess what? Next summer, you're going to be better than you ever were, and you can be confident in everything about what you've started and what you've built because you've worked hard to get there. You're accountable for yourself, you're able to motivate yourself, and you're patient, and now it's going to stay that way because we've been able to create behavioral changes. Anyways, thank you so much for your time today. Please leave your comments or your questions below. We'd love to get you guys engaged, and have a good day. Bye.